becoming the list of what you want. Let me just answer it. One, um, I don't see a problem with what he said because if you look at the context in what he said, I think he said he was on stage and women were in the crowd. And he started asking, what type of man do you want? Apparently, it's a crowd of women, right? And because I think he does comedy or does plays or whatever, right? So most likely women. So you're not gonna say what type of woman do you want. You say what type of man you want because it's a female crowd, right? So context matters. And then he simply said, well, be the type of person that you want. And that's just the context of the conversation, right? So when it comes to that, I look at it as environment also. So if you're not around these weird dudes or in the hood going to the gas stations or whatever, it's important to be an elitist. And that's just my opinion. Like being an elitist makes you safe. I ain't going no damn hood. Like if I ride through the hood, I ain't get no gas. I'm not dating. Well, I don't usually and most likely won't date a hood rat, but but
Oh, really?
so overall, I'm not in situations where I'm exposed to buffoonery and stupidity. So with me, it just I think it's hard for us to actually clear our heads
Mhm.
of the stupid shit that's going on over there so we
Uh-huh.
can actually focus on
Right.
the type of men and women that we want. Because
So
it's
can I ask you
always the
something?
other people, and we just like, oh my God, the people that we don't even want or see
Mhm.
are trash. We
Right. So
gotta
I can
focus on
ask
the
you
people that we
something.
want to be
How
around.
many men are like you in your neighborhood? Like are all I know Atlanta is up and booming in the black community, but
Mm.
we're talking about nationwide. How many men statistically
Mm.
can do what you do?
I'm the
That are
brokest,
black. No, that are black. That's the key
I'm the
thing.
brokest entrepreneur in my friend group. Like I'm not a millionaire yet. I would say the majority of my close friends are millionaires, and I'm not even a millionaire yet. So I'm the brokest out of all of them. So they probably look at me like I'm a bum. I do well, but I just don't do as well as they do. You feel me? So the whole thing about it is my environment is so beautiful. My environment is
Is this
so
the norm?
cultivating, huh?
Is this the norm? Is this the norm?
Yes. And the reason why it's a norm is because
Not
when
for you, for black men.
All right, so
for black,
we gotta get to the
okay,
other two people. We can come back around to y'all.
okay, so let me just answer that. For black men, the answer is yes, if he has common sense. Because when I was in the hood, I left my badass neighborhood at the age of like 19 and I moved to the suburbs. So no matter what age you are, you can change your life. All you got to do is move away. All you got to do is separate yourself from stupid people. Stop messing with dumb women or stop messing with dumb men. Bring your standards up. Go get therapy. Make some changes in your life because there's millions of men out here. There's millions of women out here. All you got to do is go to the other side of town, whatever city you're in, and boom, a new group of people. And it's not even that expensive to do. That's my answer.
All right.
Ladies, divest.
What you say?
Divest, ladies.
Why?
We're gonna
Why?
come back.
Oh
Go ahead,
yeah.
Go ahead, Nicole.
What? What did you
Um,
say?
this conversation is so interesting to me. I'm gonna kind of take it a little bit back to what he was talking about in the clip. So, for me, I took what he said as that, you want the prize, but you not the prize. How you gonna want something? You know what I'm saying? You want the best, but you not the best. You know what I'm saying? That's how I took the clip, and I feel like that clip is definitely universal. I feel like it could definitely go for both men and women, even though he was speaking to women predominantly. But I do think there's something about women who have been feeling like, and don't kill me, ladies, but I feel like a lot of women feel entitled. They feel like they are the prize. They've been taught that growing up that they're the prize. So it makes them feel like, oh, well, I don't have to do too much but be a woman. Or I could just show up, but he needs to have X, Y, and Z. Because it's been my experience that most men don't have this long drawn out list the way that we as women do. You know what I mean? And so I just think that, you know, not to tell any lady or any woman to like not have standards or not have a list, but at the end of the day, you need to kind of take a look at this actual list and think that, is this something that you think that the type of man that would fit this list would want someone like you? And it's just really just accountability and really kind of doing self-reflection about who you are and how you kind of come across. So maybe there's nothing really wrong with your list, but maybe there's something wrong with you. Maybe you have to kind of do some work with you to get yourself together to be able to get the man that you want on this said list. So that's all I'm going to say.
Go ahead.
I just want to ask you a question. Andrea, can you explain what you mean by ladies divest? Just so I'm clear on it.
Thank you, bro, because that was nuts.
Yeah, because I'm coming.
What's wrong with it? I feel like a lot of times when it comes to the dating room, a lot of Black women tend to not go outside of their culture or want to experience other people, other demographics. And for the most part, Black men date outside of their race all the time. So instead of having a conversation about, you're not willing to help a Black man, why don't we just encourage people to date outside of their comfort zone and date people who may not be Black or date people who may not, you know, be millionaires or whatever? Like, why do we have to why does it have to stay in this bubble of like, you want to date a Black man, you gotta help him out. You gotta help him out. Like, why can't you just like, I would just encourage
any man you are going to be with, you're gonna have to help him out. Any man. What you think you're just gonna sit pretty? Is that your plan?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
So
go ahead.
So within sitting pretty, what are you gonna go get? A white man, an Indian man, a Chinese man? I'm
not with somebody who needs to be married to survive. We have two different logics, and I just can't do that. I'm sorry.
So I want to ask you a question.
Right,
Andrea,
a lot of problems
I want to ask your question real quick. I have no problem with what you said, right? A man, woman can date any race, right? But for you to turn around and say, you unmuted while we was talking and was like, ladies divest. It just came out of nowhere. Like I said, it just came off as everybody kiss my ass, right? Do this instead of this because these dudes are whatever. Because there's negative connotations, right? Because if I was like, these bitches, all y'all gonna be like, what? And if I turn around and say, oh, I'm not talking about y'all, but I unmute and said these bitches, y'all gonna be like, no, you talking about us, right? So when you say ladies divest and we're talking about dating, it alludes to the fact that you're saying give up on Black men. So it's not date whoever you want, is only date white men and get away from these Black men. Why that?
But Mr. Lego, you
No, I want to ask her. I want to ask her.
I want to just say one thing real quick. But you
I just want to ask her real quick, ma'am.
Andrea, please let me just say one thing. But
And
you give up on Black.
That from Andrea first. I just want to hear from her, please.
But I want to just interject, and when I'm interjecting, don't do that. But you give up on Black men too. You just said don't go to the hood. Go ahead, Andrea. I just want to say that.
I feel like you're taking that way too personal. I did not say give up on Black men, but if I'm hearing people be like, are you not a Black man, and like encourage people to like live this life of struggle, or like they have to help a man to be with them, that's crazy.
So is that your mindset? Helping a man is...
Yeah, we got to get Casey in there. Got to get Casey in there, y'all.
Well, okay, I just want to ask her one question. Is
everybody
there a
else
connotation of helping a man? Like
do that after Casey. We're gonna do it after Casey.
Okay. Go ahead. This is getting interesting.